Hello, hello. Hello, friends. How are y'all doing? Good evening, indeed. Oop, wrong side. Kanakunchi, hello. One drunk man. Howdy. Brandon, not first indeed. You're third. At least you still get a spot on the pedestal. Flurry, Strix, hello, hello, Odian, Peaches, I'm out and about today, have fun streaming, don't use a T-word, that's not around. Yeah, guys, don't use a T-word today. Otherwise, I'll count all your T-word usages, and I'm just gonna silently, it's gonna silently accumulate your sentence to an indefinite timeout. Who knows? Maybe there's other mods though, so you might wanna watch yourself there. Zaniox, hello. Snickrep, how are you? Kupo, It's the Cakes, Tanuki, Casual, TY. That's a lovely shirt. Thank you so much, Kupo. Thank you. He's a nice shirt. It's from Uniqlo. Ma check. What's up, Mason? Nico, hey. Arvin Josh de la Cruz, hello, I just followed you today. Oh, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. It's been a while since I've said that. Thank you so much for the follow. Because I don't have follow alerts anymore, so. Anyway, hello, hello. TKL King, how are you? Hope you had a good start to your week. I had a decent start to my week. Actually, with I got distracted today. You know how like today Discord and Spotify went down. I was like, I had a task list like this morning through the afternoon. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then head to work and do this, and this, right? Anyway, so I was, you know, on my break. And then got distracted when Spotify went down. I was like, oh, my music's like not playing anymore. And then Discord went down. And I was like, okay, nothing works here. And then so I just kind of like got distracted with, you know, I was browsing the internet and like, you know, checking Twitter or something. And lost like a few hours there. So I kind of like started like some of the stuff I had to do like pretty late today. So I like just got off work around like 8:15, 8:20. I just got off work, came back, just had a, you know, small dinner, and then, you know, we're here to stream, right? But yeah, I was thinking that I was hoping that I would start streaming around like 6, like 7, right? But yeah, that was not the case today. Thanking follows, LOL nerd. Okay, Nacho. Diego, I need your help. Pick a number between 1 and 10. 8. It's the Cakes. Never mind. It's just exclamation keyboard. Yeah, so yeah, it was AWS having an issue. Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's always AWS, right? Like usually, like when the API goes down for like everything, right? It's because the Amazon Web Services is down, right? Oh my goodness. Mason, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so much for the 8 gifted tier 1 subs. Oh my goodness. Good thing you didn't choose 1. I almost never choose 1. If someone tells me a number between 1 and 10, pseudo random number generators are actually more likely to pick a number in the middle than at the extreme. I mean, technically it's like supposed to be a uniform random distribution, right? But pseudo random number generators actually pick more like with a slight edge towards the middle of the distribution rather than the edges. But anyway, that's a nerd statistics thing that I can share with you. It just has to do with the fact that like a lot of our systems can like, you can model them and they tend to, you know, behave like in a normal distribution by like the nature of the thing. And so like when pseudo random number generators work, there's a very small bias. Dude, that was on my way to psychiatrist when Spotify went down. I was like, what the F? Yeah, dude. I really subsist on Spotify. I mean, like music in general. And so like when like music's not playing, I'm like, what's going on? Yeah. I'm looking mighty fine. No, thank you. Input 0 exceeds available data range. Oh goodness. Got my bonus paid out. May I still share it? Oh man, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, just catching up with the chat here. Do you have a sound test for the 65 board? Yes, I do, actually. If you go on my YouTube channel, !YouTube, and you just search for Kohaku MX Browns, you'll be able to find this. Pretty sure. New desk lighting? No, it's the same lighting. I don't have any new desk lighting. I haven't had any new desk lighting in a while. This big ass light, the one I have right here, it hasn't moved in like a year. You know, like I bought that and then it's been there. So I have no idea how much dust is on top of the dome. Quite a lot probably, but yeah, it's humongous. It's just kind of been there. I can't move it out. I have other stuff around it now, so it's like impossible to move. It's so heavy too. Looks brighter? Oh, maybe it's just the ISO actually. I'm gonna guess it is. I'm gonna guess maybe it's the aperture or the ISO of the camera. I can always adjust it. So, if you think it's too bright, I can make it darker. If you think it's too dark, I can make it brighter. So, could be a desk pad. Actually, yeah, it probably is a desk pad. Is it a light dome? Yeah. So I have a actually on my, if you do exclamation gear and you go to my stream setup, like, you know, kit, it's all on there. So I have a VL150 and I have this like big 40-some inch like dome, like light dome. It's not the aperture, but basically it's the equivalent of the aperture 120D Mark II. Yeah. I mean, like the light, the Godox VL150 is equivalent to the aperture essentially, as far as the net like output. So it's quite bright. Yeah, I just didn't want to shell out for aperture, but I mean, there's no doubt that their stuff is super nice. So yeah. All right, so today we actually have for the first time in a while, we have a wind key. We have a wind key Orion. So today's Orion actually comes in two-tone, which is also not common. I mean, I do think that the last Orion I built, the Orion V2.5, it was red and silver. But yeah, this time we have silver and black. And this is a V3, not a V2.5. The sides are slightly different. As well as some of the internals are slightly different. This is USB mini, not USB-C. So there's that. Wind key, I mean, well, it will be wind key, but it will be 7U still. PCB seems mil-maxed, is it? No, this is not mil-maxed, it's solderable. Yeah, full ISO layout. I would do it if the client wanted it, but I don't think they do, so I think we'll have to pass on that. Alright, we have some stabs here, some extra stuff, some lube. Okay, I think these are just extra switches. Alright. Woo, Austin! Thank you so much for the 4 months. Thank you. Alright. So let's so here's our H1s, some LEDs for our indicators in a bit, and lube and snaps for just a bit too. So let's actually unscrew and open up the case, because we do need to access the PCB first. So let's tore the case first. Oh, Itherac, hello. Winky saying it's best bottom row confirmed. It is a very nice bottom row, I have to say. I would do it if I was paid to do it, correct. I mean, right? If someone told you, hey, here's my money, can you build my keyboard in this particular layout? Why would you not listen? I mean, you set yourself out there for the service provision, right? Oh, resistance frequencies. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid. And welcome, raiders. Captain Mike, hello. Love the shirt. Thank you, thank you. How's your day, Mike? Do you start your day with another workout today? I'm down with the fuck, but not the eyesore. That skit was so funny. I remember when Huey and Hugo came up with that eyesore skit. Oh man, really good. They're so funny. Mike spends his days adding to a hyperlink chain. Mike is not only a smart person, but probably very jacked. Not to mention probably healthy, because they also probably eat well, I bet. Alright, I don't think that one's coming off, so let me see if I can just lift it out. And it comes right off. Alright, so here we have our Orion top piece. So the top piece here, I'm actually gonna remove my watch for various reasons. The main reason is that I don't want to scratch anything. I tend to have I'm a bit accident prone if I don't do that. Alright, so we have our diffusers, 3-piece diffusers here that go into the top case. There's some plastic I can remove from there, which I will in a bit. And then let's actually remove the screws here. Oh, look at that. Oh, it has internal weight. Internal weight, very pog. Okay, this is kind of nice. It's a little bit, it's a little dirty actually. I mean, this can be cleaned a little more, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's internal anyway, but it says Orion V3 and it has the Orion constellation on it. Very cool. Nice. Polished internal brass weight. Quite hefty actually. I think, I actually don't know who ran this. I'm actually not entirely sure who ran the weight. Might be number 23 or might be somebody else. Might have been a Smitty Steve. I actually don't know. There's a few people who have run the Orion weights. Oh, it also might be Rookie Bomb. I actually don't know. Could be any of them. Anyway, so here's our Orion V3 PCB, USB Mini, red. Supports pretty much all the typical layout stuff for the TKL. RGB LEDs, you know, all around for extra diffusion, and LED support. Anyway, I'm probably gonna leave it at the stock firmware for now. I'm probably not going to flash it with anything just yet. Maybe after I'm done with the build, I think I can probably flash it to VIA, because I believe it's been ported now. And if not, you know, we also need to get the plate off. So let's get the plate off. Got it from Smitty. Oh, Scuff GB. Yeah, so I remember I got the Blackbird weight from Smitty Steve back when he used to run those. I have to say the quality of the weight was not particularly great, but I mean, it was whatever. You know, it was going to go in the internal anyway, so I personally didn't really care. Also, CVLM POV, hello. Hello. Working out right now and Nordic curls make me want to cry. I did not work out today. I will tomorrow. Oh, okay. So today is rest day for Mr. Captain Mike. Also, Resistance Frequency said they built a Hex 6C. Oh, nice. It's been so long since I've seen a duck. It's been a little while, yeah. Not jacked, I'm just healthy-ish? Well, that's not me, so you're still better than I am. Alright. This is the day that the nuclear variation of nachos surpassed me as the most toxic in this chat. How many nachos? How many other nachos will pop up, I wonder, in the next year? In 2022, will there be more than 3? I think I know 3 different nacho named people in the community right now. I'm pretty sure I've seen an infinite nacho, nuclear nachos, and then nachos with barbecue. There's a lot of nacho action over here, and I can't. I'm not sure. Is it a fight for being the most toxic, or is it something else? Maybe it's like, I don't know. Is it a matter of pride? You know? Nachos fan 69. I should change my name to Nachos. Nacho Ferranda. Nacho Ferranda. That'll be your new name. Pretty pog. Alright, so just to show you what... Oh wait, did I miss something? No. Oh, sweet. Alright, so here's a top piece. Top mount, as you can see, symmetrical on both top and the bottom. And the Orion, I believe, uses a PCB with the USB port on the top side, which should be a little different from other PCBs, but not by too much. So I'm actually not sure if you can use H87 on this due to that difference, the USB port. But anyhow, so here we have this. So let me actually set this aside for now. This is kind of hard to lift, so I guess I'll just transfer it over like this here, just carefully. And then I actually think, you know what? I actually think I'll just remove these from the table. And just flip this over. The reflection's kind of obnoxious, to be honest. Alright, so first things first, let's test the PCB. Betelgeuse. Hey Diego, are you available for consultations? Looking for input on something I'm working on. Yeah. Depends how complicated the consultation, so to speak. I certainly do entertain them. I think the main thing about consultations is like if it's very time consuming or something like that, or if it requires like, you know, design input or just takes a lot of time, then it's like I can only pay so much attention to it. So yeah. If it's like a keyboard build consultation, that's also different, but I mean people have consulted me, and if it's extensive and requires a build and stuff, then yeah, there's like a consultation fee as well. Sorry about that, Nacho, I just missed it. They'll all be copies of me, I'm the original. Fight to the death, I guess. Also, CVLM, POV, thank you so much for the 3 months. Oh, by the way, CVLM, you can get a sticker if you want, if you fill out the sticker form. I can drop you an email, you can let me know. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think that's probably easier if you drop me a DM or an email, whatever works. So, can you consult these nuts? I unfortunately cannot consult your nuts. I think I would be in trouble with your beloved ones. So no, I shall not consult these nuts. And yes, please go to a doctor if you have issues with you know, if you have a nut problem, whether it's the object or the action, you know. Both might require some professional attention. I highly suggest you check yourself out first. Just YOLO and assume it works? That's a terrible idea, Caster. The worst thing is doing work only to realize you have to revert the work that you've done. That is the absolute worst. And it certainly has happened for builds where, you know, everything works fine, or you think it's working fine, but then it's actually busted. I've saved scuffed builds like that before, but it's also... yeah, no, you never know. You just never know. I asked Mr. Peanut, he needs to crack both of them. I actually have a lightning sticker from the last build you did for me. Oh, okay. Wait. Am I? For some reason, I'm missing your username here. I'm spacing out on the username. Oh, interesting. This. Oh, never mind. I have a thing that changes caps lock automatically to control. Never mind. Don't be like Nathan. He didn't respond to Alex's DM until a month later. Oh, rip. About what though? What was that about? Just quick save and reload. Oh, morning coffee. Violating the rules. Is it really? Well, it's more like it's like an unspoken rule, I guess. It's not like formal. All right, cool. Everything works, so that's nice. All right, so we're doing 7U with let me double check. 7U and step caps lock, and everything is pretty much standard ANSI stuff. So let's go with that. Oh, I changed my username. Okay. Well, that's why. If I know your username, then I will. If I know your old username, or if you just DM me, I'll probably know who you are. Or if you just tell me what keyword it was, I also know who you are. Ooh, who's this? Mr. GZ? Wow, it's been a while, dude. How are you doing? Hola, my friend. How have you been? It's been a little while. It's good to see you. It was a KBD87 Mark II with ZLV 267 grams citrus and GMK Honeywell. Oh, okay. Yes, I see. I see. So let me just switch this cable around. I think not having USB-C on this is a little inconvenient sometimes. All right, there we go. Which I'm still using currently. That's good. If you're happy with the build, then I'm glad. Well, I hope. Not just had any sandwiches lately. Oh, this guy has sandwiches pretty often, but you'll catch him in different moods every so often. You know, it's like different flavors, I guess. Just busy with work. Hey, being busy with work is better than a lot of other things, so I'm glad to hear that you've been doing all right. If I recall correctly, last time, or maybe a little while ago when you were here, life wasn't too good, and I'm glad that it's turned for the better since then. If you're not happy with the build, no, that's not how it works. Do you have a preference between TX stabs and stabies? Oh, that's a good point. So now that I've used both on different builds, I think I do have a preference. I personally think I do prefer TX stabs for a couple of reasons. Number one is that they're clip-in. The fact that they're clip-in stabs makes it easy for, well, attaching them to PCBs, which is just extra convenient. Like clipping them in is super easy. And then now that they've revised their little, like the little plastic piece that you use like a toothpick, like for the toothpick mod, or like for the thing that you basically prevent it from popping off, like prevent the stab from popping off when you pull a keycap. It's pretty convenient. So it's easy, right? And you know, it's nice because like if you have like a O-ring based build or something like that, you have to use clip-ins. So just by using clip-ins by default already, you know, makes you don't have to get like, you know, different stabs. If you, let's say, only had screw-ins in your drawer and you're like, oh, I'm gonna build a Bakken Echo, and you don't have clip-ins, you know, the TX stabs just kind of fill that gap. So they just work, right? And as far as the function goes, though, both of them work pretty well. To be quite honest, like both actually work just as well, in my opinion. I think some people say otherwise. I think I've heard some people say that they didn't like Stabies for X or Y reason because, you know, it was still in its prototype version, or like it had issues with certain keycaps or whatever. I personally haven't had any issues with keycaps with Stabies as of yet. Certainly haven't had any issues with that. Like no broken caps, no whatever, you know, no risk. Any of the risks that people have mentioned, I still haven't experienced thus far. So that pretty much puts Stabies and TX around the same as far as functionality goes. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, I could pick up either for most cases, assuming they're around the same price or just equally available. I wouldn't mind picking up either, but I think I do prefer TX just for the fact that they're to clip in. Yeah, and I do like the all black. I mean, well, they're gonna have color options too now. They're going to have color options, which is kind of nice. But I normally get black anyway, so doesn't matter. Yeah. I have a Ramaworks U80 coming in with Stabies and U4 Bobas. Oh, very nice. Oh, sounds good. Do reach out. Simon TH. Hey, 9 months. Thank you so much for the Prime Gaming sub. Okay, fam. SG have TX tabs. I'm still out here with cherry clip-ins. Me too, Nuclear Nachos. I still have a lot of cherry clip-ins that I happily use. And honestly, no problem with those either. I honestly am not bothered by the fact that I have a like a lack of TX stabs, so to speak, because I know that they're hard to source, and like, you know, you maybe have to just get them through a pre-order or something like that, right? I personally am not bothered because, to be quite frank, Durock V2s work just fine for me, and also like cherry clip-ins work okay too, so I don't have any issues. I have stabs in my drawer that I can use, so if I can get TX stabs or whatever, or Stabies, you know, great. If I can't, it's okay for now. And then yeah, if I run out of stabs, then I'll be like, okay, well, where can I find these new ones too? Because they are slightly nicer in terms of usage. The tolerance are a little bit better, both of them, both Stabies and TX. It's a little more forgiving. They still both need lube. You should definitely lube both of them regardless, but they're a bit more forgiving as far as getting to the point where you probably want them to be. TX and Stabies are both a little bit more forgiving. Yeah, the customized design definitely has helped. Like, it definitely has helped the current state of stabs. Nachos had burgers today, but he used the same sauce as the sandwich. Kane asks, are you getting 3.0 ADD, Mr. Diego? I am not, probably. I really don't have interest on the Matrix 3.0. I think a lot of people are very excited for it. But personally, I don't think the design is for me. I don't think I like the design language of the Matrix 3.0 TKL. I think that's the That's the thing for me. It just doesn't really resonate with me. It hasn't really grown on me. I've looked at it a few times. It doesn't grow on me, so I figure it's a hard pass for me. I'll probably get to build one or two. I don't know. If people send to build, but other than that, I don't think I'll probably purchase a unit for myself. I'm pretty happy with my 2.0, so yeah, I don't see myself needing anything else. I've heard that there seems to be a small difference in sound between them too. Yes, so there probably is a difference in sound. Do I care too much? No. The reason being that difference in sound for modifiers is actually, I think the only two keys that for me matter in terms of the sound is the backspace and the spacebar. That's it. Entered, I don't hit it that much. I mean, I hit it, every so often, but it's like a light tap. Shift keys, I'm using my pinkies to reach them, so they're normally just barely pressed, So basically, they don't make that much of a sound. But backspace, I hit backspace and spacebar more often, so those, like, maybe the sound will matter. And as far as like whether one or the other bothers me, or like the sound difference makes me feel differently about each of them, isn't quite there yet. Like, I don't really feel bothered by each of them. I've enjoyed both so far. I'm not sure how to characterize the sound difference though, because I haven't really given it thought. Like, I haven't thought like, oh, today I'm gonna try to see how differently it sounds between this build and this build with TX versus Davies. And assuming you have the same switch or like a similar configuration, like same board layout or, etc. But I mean, the best comparison would be to have both stabs in builds for the same keyboard with the same switches, and the only difference being the stabs themselves, right? Otherwise, I think it might be a pretty unfair test. Major thing is you don't need to spend hours tuning and holy modding. I personally never have really done holy modding for, like, for example, for a client build, I have not done holy mod at all, ever. Try so hard. My Vega's finally coming today. Gonna build it next week. Oh, congrats on the Vega. Very nice. That's exciting. Torn on throwing the GMK redacted keycap set or the Kaneki CC0 PVT set I got on the Rama. What color do you say the Rama, the U80 was? Actually, you didn't mention. But it sounds like it might be like soya? Diego favorite OT just based on design style? Oh, 356 Mini for sure. No doubt. And I actually like the 456 GT among the TKLs more than the rest. I actually don't really like the 356 CL as much as people go crazy over them. I think the 456 GT is a little bit more charming for me. Yeah. Loses charm of the previous ADDs, I see. Oh, for the Matrix. The only way to test that efficiently would be a plateless build. Yes, that would be a good way to test it as well. Yes, a plateless build would be a very, very nice way to test stab differences. And like a proper plateless build too, not just like using only the PCB. Like putting the keycaps on and everything. Yeah, like mounting it into a keyboard that has the ability to do playlists. I think that would be the ideal way to test it. Yeah. And he's so happy today. Finally received my Mode 65. Ooh, very nice. Didn't have TX or Stavy, so I used lowly outlap stabs. No, outlap stabs actually, the V2 ones actually were pretty good. I actually did like the V2 outlap stabs. I remember I wasn't super happy about the V1s just because of how tight the wire gripping like clip was. But other than that, I didn't really have issues with the outlap stabs. So I personally did like the outlap stabs quite a bit too. Like, I think they were pretty good. So I think if like outlap stabs are available, like, in a store and you can just easily get them, then, go for it. They're pretty good. Outlap stabs are fucked if the wire is not balanced. Interesting. Maybe I got lucky and the wires were okay. But how often would that be the case? Because, I mean, you could say that about any stabilizer, right? Like, if the wire is bent, you will have issues. That's like saying... But I assume you're saying that because the outlap stabs wires are the liquid metal thing, and so, like, it's hard to bend them into... Like, into a different orientation, basically. I just killed Radon. What? Matrix 3.0 is just too expensive IMO? Yeah, definitely prices are going up. I mean, have you guys seen the price of aluminum per ton? It's just going up like crazy these days. Raw material cost actually soaring right now. My eyes like the 356, but my wallet doesn't. It's best not to care, to be honest. Especially, it's like if you don't love it and you have to pay a price that you're hesitant about, don't even bother hesitating in the first place. I think that's a good philosophy for the market. If you have something that you like, you check the mech market price, because that's the price you have to pay for like 90% of the case, right? And you're already hesitant about the price, but you actually don't absolutely love the item, don't even bother hesitating. Don't even start hesitating. Just pass on it. Just forget it. Not even worth your time. Got the last one in stock. Oh, congrats, CVL. Kuro. I actually haven't seen that many photos of the black U80. I've seen a lot of soya. I've seen a lot of other colors, but I don't think I've seen a lot of black for some reason. I think I've seen more like black, like Zeniths and Thermals and other boards that were run through Ramonworks. Jewels, I've seen a good number of those too. Aluminum stonks are ridiculous. Yeah, it's pretty crazy right now. Like, it's really crazy. Alloy prices going up means more cone feed boards. I have to say, now with a lot of the insight that people have developed over time with, you know, keyboards, maybe cone feed boards could make a return in a way that's quote unquote fashionable. I don't know. I actually wonder how it would be. Because initially cone feed boards were just a cheap solution to not machining as much and being able to elevate the keyboard to an angle, right? So that was why cone feed boards are even, you know, like even exist, right? You make a flat board, you make a flat piece of aluminum and then elevate it to an angle by using cones. Gas prices, ooh, yeah. I heard that California is hitting like 5 something these days for gas. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And now that, I mean, you guys probably heard, but now that we're also banning imports, gas import, from Russia, that's also gonna be that's also gonna elevate the price of gas. So here we go. Key called bespoke commission incoming. To be honest, if you can pay the same amount of money and commission something that is to your liking perfectly, I would say 100% worth it. Rather than banking on this random, kind of random, I guess, or old collectible board that you might not exactly love, and then hoping that it's actually good, and hoping that it's also like in a decent condition for you to use, or if you even want to use it. Maybe you don't even want to use it and you want to just keep it as a display, but man, spending all that money and having something that just kind of sits is a little tragic in my opinion, but that's just me. Some people do like expensive items for the sake of displaying and collecting, so I think that makes sense for them. Vote with your wallets. Boycott the 8XV? What? Matrix just trying to ride the whole Alois EX train? Oh. Expensive. You think so? I don't think that's necessarily the case. I mean, whether they are able to source aluminum or aluminum easily or not is like none of our concern in a way. I mean, they're pricing it relative to whatever the market's dictating for them too, so I don't think it's like an excuse or anything, or abusing something like that. It's actually in line with what people are doing in the world. Sad A-Grease didn't run? I think... So, I was thinking about the A-Grease like a long time ago when it was first being teased and like, you know, built. But I think Max F built that and whatnot. It was okay. But, I do think... I think even probably Invis kind of like probably says this now, but I think it had flaws that still need to work on, like needed to be worked on. And so I actually am kind of glad it didn't run, because if something that's not at the standard that you want runs, you'll only be disappointed by the time you get it, because you'll start noticing those flaws before you even get it, and then you'll get it and you'll be like, oh well, I got this thing that I just realized that it's not that good. What's a good site for upcoming mech stuff? Mech group buys doesn't have everything. Unfortunately, not everything is gonna be on mech group buys, because the people who maintain mech group buys also aren't completely aware of every single thing happening. I mean, for the most part, you will find a very, very large number of products, new products, upcoming products through Keycap interest checks and group buys. Both of those forums you probably need to subscribe to. And then, other than that, social media, Instagram, Discord, being in large Discords where people talk about new things is probably the best way. So yeah, and then yeah, like short streams and whatnot, but also those will be curated because of the amount of time required to go through them. So you won't get everything through just streams either. So yeah, I think that those like 3-4 resources is probably what the best you can do. Gas basically $4 here, yeah. Matrix ME is relatively affordable. Oh, I should be building a Matrix ME at some point in the near future. Just waiting on stuff for that as well. What flaws did he point out? I believe there are things like with the plate distance, like basically like the height of the case. Things that he wanted to improve. Unlike just like, you know, things about the case, the look of the case. So yeah, I think overall, like, it's also like, one thing you can't do with a lot of group buys is that once you start running the group buy, if you run the group buy, people are gonna jump on it based on what you currently have, statically speaking, right? It's like a snapshot in time. You snapshot this design and you say, this is my final product I'm marketing, and this is what I'm going to sell to you as the customer. And that's what people are going in for. And so if you do that and then want to change something, it's actually kind of hard to do without feeling a little iffy about it, because if people already paid you money for a certain thing that they had in mind and you want to change it, even if you say it's an improvement, it might not seem like an improvement to everybody, right? So that's why I think before going full send, you should definitely reassess whether this is the final thing that you want to advertise to other people to purchase. But yeah, I mean, I think also don't forget, guys, like people always cite make like certain you know keyboard makers a lot. People will cite Matrix a lot. People will cite Jamon a lot. Just keep in mind that the scale at which they do work, and you know the fact that they also own the means of production is a huge factor in any kind of business endeavor that they're doing. They can always be outsourcing stuff, but they can also do things in-house. So it just gives them access to different resources too. So that will change how you should perceive like the price of products and their worth and whatnot too. Even if the market's fluctuating and price of materials is going up and whatnot. It's hard to, there's no single formula or way to decipher that though, so. If Geon can keep price reasonable, then no reason Matrix can't either. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. For many reasons. They're in different countries. Their way of access to material is probably going to be different. Their circumstances are going to be different. I don't see how like that necessarily applies in a universal way. I don't really agree with it. I think reasonable is also what the customer will pay at the end of the day. So if the bulk of customers is willing to pay a certain price, and you know, like if you as the vendor are setting that price and people are purchasing it anyway, there is no reason for you as a vendor to reduce your price when you're already selling. So reasonable is dictated by those market forces, like the buyer's ability to purchase, like buyer's purchasing power. And yeah, but in terms of manufacturing though, it also doesn't make sense because like it's also like the manufacturer's ability to source raw material, to convert, like to process raw material into product is also going to be so different from case to case. I honestly just cannot think of myself extrapolating like if A does it then B should be doing exactly the same, or can be held to the same standard. I don't think that's realistic. At the end of the day, you should just vote with your wallet and try to see if that's reasonable to you. If it's not, just move on. What's gonna hurt you from not having one keyboard maker's products? Like, is it really gonna be the end of the world for you? There's like so many people making stuff now, and I think they're gonna put at a different price point too. Sometimes they might want to sacrifice all their revenue and decide to price it lower just by pure decision making, just because they want to, just for the heck of it. Who knows? It's like that thought process you don't know about, but that could be the case. No one knows. Just because a manual in another country can price something at a reasonable standard doesn't mean that everyone has to. Let's remind ourselves as Geon does this shit at cost. No reason for a Matrix to do the same. Also, okay, like, I'll be frank. If somebody tells me I'm doing this at cost, there is also no reason for me to believe it. As much as I believe in the, you know, in people's benevolence and honesty and all this, they're still strangers at the end of the day. They might still be assuming small things in the logistical curtain that just kind of gets factored in by default through, you know, the way they think and the way they calculate things. And they might say like this add cost, but like what does add cost actually mean to them? And is that the same add cost idea that you have? I don't think that's always the case. So I just kind of take it with a grain of salt. I'm just like, okay, that's your price. So let me see if I'm comfortable with paying that. I think as a customer, that's all you can do. What are you gonna do? Argue about how machining time is should cost this amount of dollars per minute of machining, or per amount of material shaved, right? Those costs also vary so much because like what if your country's material disposal laws are just like really effed or just different. There are costs associated with that, like disposal and like waste and electricity and you know, all the little things that go into actual raw material processing when you're making product. But yeah. But it is true what Kane is saying is kind of true. Like it's like a comparison. It's the flagship products, I think. For Genworks, the F1, F2 is the flagship product, and then for Matrix Lab, the 8XV, you know, 1.0, 2.0, 1.2, 3.0, all those are the flagship for them. Like that's their like flagship design. The design like that they want to like spend the most resources or like market it as premium, regardless of whether it entails more machining or not. But yeah, agree, disagree, yeah, pretty much. Also, Kevin, thanks for the 8 months, dude. How are you doing? How's your day? But yeah, I mean, agree to disagree. Yes. Yes, indeed. I mean, no one's getting mad here, hopefully. If you are, then it's not my fault. Some cold water might help. Not bad. Floor's getting done in the house and swapped out my sister's alternator. Oh, very busy for sure. Damn, dude. House upgrades. That's actually pretty pog. That's actually really awesome. I kind of dream of the day that I will be kind of, well, I'm not looking forward to it in the sense that it's such an expensive thing and very work and time consuming. But house upgrades, dude, always exciting. I don't know, it's something about improving your quality of life, or changing something that doesn't work to something that works. It's always great. So that's good. I'm happy for you. Happy for no reason. Stay angry, kids, says the Hulk. My friend went to go see a house today, and that was 70K over what we paid, and it was 1/3 the size. Yeah, so actually a friend of mine recently sold a house in Canada, and they pretty much sold it within, like, I think within like 12 hours of listing. They had many offers above listed price. Many. 12 hours since listing it. It was like people lining up to offer. And that's in Canada too, so different market. But I know that the housing market is pretty crazy everywhere right now. It's definitely a seller's market right now for the housing market. You definitely win if you're selling. House across the street from us went on sale, no less than 75 cars. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's insane. I mean, I only know out of kind of curiosity / what my friends tell me, like kind of in an anecdotal fashion. But damn, when I hear about it, I'm like, woof. I'm glad I'm not in the buyer side, but at the same time, wow. Like, people who do real estate for a living and have the ability to be on the seller side, or at least on the winning side, quote unquote, whether it's by commission or otherwise. Damn. Crazy market to be in. I mean, of course, it's always been like highly lucrative if you're in the on the right side, but right now in particular, it's so exacerbated. My rent increased $935. Wait. 935 what units? Diego, I know you're from New York. The market here and on Long Island is absolutely insane. Yeah, I know that. Just moved to Staten Island? Oh my god. I mean, I am very lucky, okay? I'm extremely lucky. I'm currently renting at a place where my rent has pretty much stayed the same, or actually even for us, our rent actually went down during COVID, like, you know, like during the mid-pandemic, you know, 2020, our rent did go down because our lease expired mid-pandemic and we re-signed, and at the moment we were re-signing, we're re-leasing, it went down. So we were paying lower, and then this year they actually did not raise it back up. And that main reason for that is because a lot of the tenants in my building are also like older families, and so they basically are trying to keep people here, like as in to avoid the trouble of having to look for new tenants. And so yeah, so it's more so that the management decided to not raise prices even though the market would easily demand for it. Very easily demand for it. They just don't want to see new tenants because it's like extra work. So I'm so lucky that like we are currently renting and like we don't pay more than we have to or than we used to. It's really it's such a blessing to be in that position. Like I would hate myself right now if my lease were expiring and I had to move, and I'm like moving in the current climate for housing. Like I already know how crazy it can be even to rent, right? Even to rent, just like finding places is such a chore, especially here in New York City. Like places go within the same day that you're looking at them, right? So like you have to be ready to sign the moment you look at them. Like if you like it, you better sign. Like you better ask your broker. Oh, also you have to have a broker. No broker means no signing, period. That's as simple as it gets. No broker, no signing. So here you're already paying your broker fees, and if you're looking at 10 places that day, you have to be ready to sign any of those 10 places. That's how it is normally here in New York City. There's no lead time, none of that shit. As soon as you're done with your visit, you should decide. You should be deciding already. And this was like, a few years ago it was like that. Now it's like even crazier because people are actually overbidding for places now. So you can't just shop around, is what you're saying? Correct. You cannot just shop around. You have to shop around. You have to do your homework extensively early on, basically. That's how it works here in New York City. You have to do your homework early on, and you have to do it for a long time. Like you do it for a month, 2 months. You have to just start early, start investigating, start looking into what you're looking for. Like figure out what features you want, figure out how much you want to pay, and basically get all your paperwork together, have the money ready. Yeah, have your security deposit money ready, have your leasing and broker fees ready, right? Pretty much ready to go. As soon as something bites that checks all the boxes, you sign right away. That's how it works here. Yeah. So like I remember when we were first looking for our current place, like the place I'm currently in, we were looking for around like 2.5 months. Like for 2.5 months we were constantly going to see places, checking out listings, trying to figure out like which neighborhood we want to be in, and like what kind of like things we wanted. You should have told Tony all of this. He never asked. He has friends in New York, but he also didn't ask me. I mean, I guess I'm not his friend then. He never asked me. That's not my fault. So this is interesting. This PCB has a weird stab layout. North facing. This is not gonna work. If I'm not wrong. I think I'm gonna have to clip some of this here. Whack. Okay. My cousin has a rent-controlled apartment on Broadway. Has been paying $1,600 for like 20 years. 1,600. Wait, Broadway and what though? What's the cross? What's the cross street? I think that's about how long it took to find my place too. Yeah. It takes about 2 or 3 months normally. Do you think the housing market is going to relax soon? No way. Nope. Right now, no. That's just for renting, not even buying. It's the same deal. I mean, buying is probably worse. It's just funny. I mean, yeah, I do agree, Dennis. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why Tony never asked me though. He could have. He should have. I mean, like, I had to go through it too. It was painful, but yeah. He should have asked me. Is it just this side that gets stuck? Yeah, it's weird. It's just one side. Okay. But Broadway's you know that Broadway goes from all the way in FiDi, like basically like all the way downtown, all the way up to where I live, right? Broadway is this long fucking ass avenue that crosses the entire vertical length of Manhattan. So I have no idea where that is. Oh, Broadway and 100th. Oh, that's Broadway and 100th is. That's what, Morningside Heights? Damn, that's a nice residential neighborhood. 1,600 for a what? How big is this place? Broadway and West 100. Ah, that's a nice neighborhood, man. I actually was looking there too when I was looking with friends and stuff. I was also looking in that neighborhood. It's very nice. Just him and the wife, I see. For New York City, 1.6 is like absolutely insanely good deal, you know? Just like, what a steal. What a steal. I mean, especially if it's like for... Don't forget washers. Only for some of these. I don't need for them for every screw. Not sure how big, but we've had decent sleepovers. Wait, you have had sleepovers? So it's big enough. Let's just say it's like a 2-room, or like a large-ish 1-room studio or whatever. You know, like so like one big room, living room, kitchen, right? Damn. Zam. That's amazing. How'd that happen? Family? Or just luck? I don't know. Buying a new house right now is super crazy. My wife and I were in the process of selling our current house and buying a new one at the same time. We could not find anything below $2,000 a month in mortgage. Wow. Yeah. man. And that's Arizona too. Wow. Kitchen, big living room, big bedroom. Wow. Damn. Get it. Let's go. Give me 1 second. Someone just DM me. Plus all the because of demand, low supply. Yeah. Just live in Staten Island and drive in. You know, not a bad suggestion if you're currently looking. That is for sure. But, I mean, driving in itself is a cost. Huge cost, rather. So, hey, pros and cons. Pros and cons. Sometimes you get lucky, and sometimes it's just a hellhole. That's what housing is. And this is a good reason why I hate moving. As much as I appreciate the quality of life improvement that can come in from moving places and looking for new opportunities, man, I hate moving so much. The whole process, like starting from leaving to moving in, it's so painful. And then unpacking your stuff and organizing it and your new layout. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Yeah. And that, I guess for me, that comes from the perspective of I have moved a lot of times in my life, because when I was younger I also moved a lot with my parents and I hated it. Really hated it. So I do have a little bias against it. I feel like the past 2 years was a win for people who did mortgage refinance, but now interest is going back up. Yeah, true. $2-3K for 3 4-bed 2-bath houses for rent in North Dallas and neighboring cities. Huh. I don't know a lot of the housing market elsewhere, so I really don't have a data point for anything, but it's like interesting to hear about it. My younger brother lives somewhere in East Village, and he somehow makes it work with roommates while working as a personal trainer. Wow. Well, personal trainer doesn't necessarily mean you have to do things like at home and stuff, right? So it should be okay, right? Right? I don't know. Just thinking about it. Also, Max on deck. Whoa, big raid. Welcome, Chewy. Osiris, how are you guys doing? Good to see you guys. Hove, welcome. Tuesday Gloom, hello, how are you? Thank you, Raiders. How are y'all doing? How's your stream? What do you do today, actually? We're talking about housing, but it's pretty stressful, so we can stop for now. The only thing that I like about moving is that it really forces you to decide if you need stuff, and it's a great time to declutter. Yes, I agree. The process of decluttering is also so painful for me because I have to admit to it. I mean, I definitely just have too much shit. Yes, I guess I hoard. I guess. And in another episode of Hoarders, Diego, aka Lightning Keyboards. Wow. Whoa. Chat's being a little too aggressive. My feelings are gonna be hurt. My feelings are gonna be hurt, you guys. Anyway, yeah, no, definitely the part of moving that's difficult. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh boy, these cutouts, man. Oh my god, and these don't even have switch films. How am I gonna do this? Oh my goodness. These switch cutouts are like round. These are circles. These are circles for cutouts. We have like ovals for cutouts here. This shit's gonna be painful. Time to get the gloves. So H1s are notoriously tighter for, like, if you sometimes have H1s with certain films, they just will not work. But so we did not film these, and they're fine actually. Well, you know, there is a dual benefit, I guess. Let's look at it on the bright side, okay? On the bright side, a very tight plate means it'll keep these switches goddamn closed, which basically is like films by default. It's like default films through the plate. The plate is keeping the housing closed. So, yeah, win situation over here. And the only problem is I just have to push these in with my almighty hands, which they're not, but you know. So I have like stuff stuck on my glove. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's just hope I don't fucking bend this plate, but so far so good. Metal switch films, yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to resort to do a plateless stabilizer check first before I continue with this process. Otherwise, like, what if I put stuff on and then like I have to remove it and then I regret it and then life is pain. Yeah, no, these switches are goddamn tight with this plate, which is great. Fantastic. Auto plate switch films. Just lube the switch holes. I mean, I guess it could help. You're not wrong, actually. But there's still, like, the shape of it is still not ideal, so that's really the main problem here. Alright, yeah, let's test the stabs first before I keep going with it. Do you have one of those plate fork thingies? Yes, I do. Yeah, I mean, the plate fork is definitely gonna help. But based on how freaking tight this... Okay, look at this plate cut out. You see those circles at the corners, man? I mean, I think it's like just not 14 millimeters, you know what I mean? Unfortunate situation, but maybe that was just a... So I think it's also like an aluminum plate thing, because I know for a fact that I remember building the Duck Orion V3 before, and I think I did it with a polycarb plate before, maybe a steel plate. I mean, I built it a few times, and I didn't have issues back then. So it might just be a disc plate thing, but I don't know. Not sure. Because I know that Duck always made the plate, the aluminum plates separate from the PC and the steel plates. They're always separate, and you have to like pay extra for the aluminum, like $10 or something like that. So maybe that process just didn't go the way it should have. So here we are. That looks like a lube station. Facts. This plate was from the original GB? Yeah. So from what I know, a lot of their plates are laser cut. But I think for this one it was probably CNC'd. But I think they always do like a smaller number of aluminum plates. So yeah, maybe they just didn't choose the right. I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of strange considering that it's not like they don't have experience. But these cutouts are not ideal for like JWK switches or GAT ink switches and stuff like that. Maybe cherry fits fine, actually. I could try, but it's not even worth testing because we're building with these anyway. Alright, but the stabs sound good, so that's good. Ooh, that's a nice backspace. Oh, I think that's the switch here. Try a different switch. Okay, let's see. Okay. What stabs are those? These are Durock V2 stabs. These are Durock V2 stabilizers. Oh, Mail K, hello. How are you doing? Show me the Yuki. Okay, one sec. So the other day I got this. Well, I mean, it's been a little time, but Mr. RCL Ye is demanding to look at it. So, Poggers, I got my HKB Snow Edition. The spacebar isn't great, but the rest are fine. It's stock, so I still have to mod it. It's unmodded still, so need to work on that. Yep. Some other time. Okay, so where was I? Just gonna try a different switch just in case. I want to snow, but not for their prices. Moj. Yeah, I found a decent deal finally, so that's how I got it. Which I'm very happy about. But anyway, yeah, it's always a pain in the butt to find deals, right? Just a teeny bit on the left. Okay, let's just try a different spacebar. Oops. Okay, that's fine. The snows were available on MK for a while, no? Oh, so this one's a little different. The snows that were available on the North American PFU Fujitsu or the mechanicalkeywords.com website had branding at the top of the case. This one is the one from Japan, which does not have branding on top of the case. Slightly different, but yeah. Alright, let's... just make sure that this is okay. Okay, stab is good to go. Alright, maybe I'll just leave those there. Okay, back to our regular scheduled programming, which is painful switch insertion into plate. Now that the stabs are okay. Today we sweat together. Alright. Oh, that one went in easily. Maybe it's just... oh, okay. Alright. Are the Orion plates super tight? Just this one, actually, Ryan. Like, the 2.5 that I built last time was super easy. Super nice. The previous V3 that I remember building was also fine. I don't know why this one. I remember building the Eagle too, that didn't have issues. The Octagon that I built didn't have issues. I think it's just this plate. I don't know. Just one instance maybe? Or maybe a specific batch was made with incorrect tooling, or... I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember having issues with the duct plate before. So it's kind of a little surprising. I mean, whatever, right? But yeah, it's kind of strange. Kind of strange because I don't have a precedence for it. Maybe the V3 CNC aluminum plates just had this issue overall. I need to check my other plate now. I think I have a feeling the other plate will be okay. Taihao Alps flashbacks? No, that one was bad, dude. That one, the problem was that the cutouts were not perfect for Alps. So like the switch would genuinely just rotate around in the cutout. Like I had to straighten those switches in the cutout. That was different. This at least is perfectly straight. Like the lines are fine. This one's just tight. Actually, it's not. I mean, it's actually easier than a brass plate still, though. It's still easier than a brass plate. Like a Q brass plate. Oh my goodness. That one sucks. There's a few brass plates out there. I mean, TGR brass plates, the older ones, notoriously tight as well. Especially if you put any like of the tighter switches, Gat Inks, Holy Pandas, some JWKs, I think sometimes can end up like slightly bigger. I don't know why. Maybe just production based. But yeah. My other plate is stainless steel. Yeah, so I know that the stainless steel one is probably fine because that one's laser cut, I think. It's probably like laser cut. That's why it probably has all those like burrs at the bottom of the plate. Pretty sure that one is gonna look fine. Look nice and sharp at the... Just look at the corners. If you look at the corners, it's like if it's nice and sharp, like a sharp angle, like a sharp right angle, that's gonna work fine. That's gonna be easy to insert the switches. But when the corners are very round, it causes trouble because, you know, the corner of the switch is sharp, right? It's like a sharp right angle. So when you try to insert against it, basically you're nearly like shaving the corner, or just forcing your sharp corner against that rounded corner of the plate. The newer run of creams have been plaguing me with whiteness. Oh really? So I don't think I've tried recent. Well, the creams that I tried last went on a Keycap number 2, if I recall. And those were pretty good, but then again, I think those were broken in and lubed, so like the modding had already been done, so maybe that's, you know, why I didn't have any issues. So like someone had already done kind of all the work, I suppose. The good thing is, even despite the plate being tight, the good news is that I'm having no issues with like the plate potentially causing like actuation issues. So sometimes if the plates are too tight, it can basically press on the switch housing too much, that it will cause your linears to feel like tactiles, or it will even cause binding like on the way back up. So I'm not seeing that right now, so that's good. I think it's just the insertion part of the switch that's just tougher, but the rest is fine, I think. So that's good. Speaking of creams, I just started using burgundy stems for creamerons. Creamerons, what are they? Like Gateron housing and cream stems? Or Gateron stems and cream housing? Seems to feel the exact same. Huh. Maybe they're just not too different. Busting out the gloves? Yeah, I know. Well, I could do it without them, to be honest, but I don't want to force myself to too much, so it's just easier with the gloves. Lamau pain. That's a mood. Bought a bunch of their blue creams. Oh, I see. That's the new NK creams, right? Huh. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately switches do depend on the batch. Sometimes just batches don't come out well. Maybe the molds are different. So I don't know where creamerons came from. That'll be around for a lot of time without that name. Huh. I mean creamerons probably have been around since the creams came out, which is a while back. Molds seem to wear out really fast, man. Well, you know, Sifa, we were talking about like Binge the other day when you were around. So if you talk to Mr. Binge, who is a master of resin and also mold making, he babies his molds, okay? Like, this man really babies his molds. Like, he cares so much about the health of the molds and preservation and not wasting silicone and these things. And the man will tell you a lot about how like it's like ejection process. No, but even for the mass produced stuff, it's the same thing. It's about the ejection process when you're like, you know, cooling, right? It's that ejection process that fucks them up. So like if maybe they're trying to like overdrive their machines, and then the ejection doesn't go as well, like for the thermal process, it fucks them all up. I mean, just like, you know, expansion and that kind of stuff, right? I imagine that's what fucks them up though, like the molds. And also just wear and tear, like constantly putting material in, getting material out. Someone accidentally sent me a Binge Artisan. It's pretty sweet. Oh, Binge Artisans are sick. Mr. Binge and his wife, Wedgie Pidge, they make really awesome keys, and they have been for quite a long time now. One of the greats as far as the artisan community is concerned. I don't have a modern Binge Artisan. Maybe you'll get one of these days. I mean, also there's a lot that go for far under retail, so you can always pick one up of the color that you like. I mean, like blue or hot pink, or, you know, I know that those are colors that you like normally. Maybe if I see one, I'll let you know. Is that I like boring flat colorways and he doesn't like the okay. Do agree. Binge doesn't he's definitely not a boring flat colorway person. That's true. He definitely isn't that kind of person. At least just in general. Much like Nubbinator, right? Like he does like very bright and very like tripping colors. Well, his caps are dope. I haven't spoken to him in forever. I'm sure that he's the kind of guy who, like, you speak to him one day and he's in a, I guess, decent mood, because sometimes he does have some really unfortunate stuff going on, and he just, like, is very cranky occasionally, like, or just, he's, like, very just hard to reach. He's super nice. He's so conversational. Sometimes he just has a lot to say. You can ask Pears, who is in my Discord and are like around. He loves Binge, but he'll tell you about how much like Binge will talk about stuff. But I'm sure you could just reach out and be like, hey, been a while. Haven't been around in years, but here I am. Or have been lurking. How are you doing? That's a cool thing about a lot of makers in the community, like artisan makers or even keyboard people, you know, and just in general. It's like a lot of people are super friendly and approachable. Like when I first joined the community, I remember I was really into a lot of, like, I was really into like GMK Carbon or SA Carbon, you know, back when Tom Berry was making like those key sets. And I was like, man, he's like a celebrity, like he's this like famous guy who like makes key sets or whatever. I thought at the very beginning when I first joined, I was like, oh my god, wow. And then pretty much just kind of casually just started talking to him, and he's like the nicest dude, super friendly, super resourceful. We like talk a lot about photography or like games, and yeah, he's super nice. Yeah, a lot of people in this community are not nice. I mean, also true. I also don't believe in people all the time, so it's fine. It's like you just gotta have a grain of salt, you know? It's some people just don't like. You have to believe in the goodness of the world in some ways, and then in other ways you just have to remain a little skeptical and a little jaded, you know? A little jadedness helps. Having high expectations for people is a bad idea. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Having high expectations for people is a bad idea. You don't know everyone's story, and some people are just bad? Yeah, for sure. Some people just suck. Some people are just really mean. And they just, or their story just doesn't go with yours, and they will disagree with what you think and how you say things, and maybe they you're their pet peeve. Maybe, you know, maybe you peeve them out. Maybe I suck in front of some other people. Like some people probably think I'm a loser, which is fine. Like that's life. You know, many billion people out there in the world. Yeah, 20,000 might hate you. Okay, cool. Also, I don't know why that got Oh, suck is all automated. Yeah, just approved it. I guess there's no mods in the chat right now. I'm not sure. I wish I gate kept harder so the other mean people wouldn't still be here. I guess so. Vendor discourse have a ton of nice people. Also, a lot of the vendor discourse, or like the bigger discourse, tend to also have a lot of people who are kind of kind to newer people, because it's just like the nature of the traffic in there, in those places. So they tend to be like a bit more easygoing. I think the rest I can just do with my hands. The gloves getting a little uncomfortable. I see you, one drunk man. Your tally's going up. Don't worry. In fact, let's do this. Okay. It was for checking? Uh-huh. Yeah, right. Hey yo, Nine Walker, what's up, buddy? How's your evening going? How's your day today? Wait, Nine Walker, you actually have really early mornings, you said, right? How do you manage to be up late? It's like so much energy, man. Or at least I know that we're still like we still have a time zone difference, but still, I feel like I managed to see you up pretty late. Not always, but at least often enough. Well, it's only 8 p.m. I guess that's true. I guess that is true. I need to sleep soon for tattoo appointment, but too nervous? Wait, oh, is this your first? No, right? I mean, if it is, I can understand why you were nervous. I can't relate though, I have not gotten a tattoo, so I know a lot of friends who have though. And have like accompanied and whatnot. Diego, it's midnight for you? It's 11. It's 11. It's not that late. It's first but not nervous for the tattoo. I'm nervous about waking up early. Oh. I see. Well, that's not too difficult. Just set an alarm, man. No, that's not too hard. If I have to wake up for something, I just don't sleep, man. Oh, that sucks. I actually sleep fine. I actually tend to wake up earlier than my usual commitments. If I know I have to get up. There's times I miss it, but that's only if I'm like physically exhausted or, you know, stayed up late, that kind of stuff. Hola Relámpago, Sandy, hello. How are you doing? I like this switch. Today we are painfully inserting switches into a very tight plate, if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing. But I'm pretty much done, so I just need to make sure that my switch pins are straight. And we're gonna put the PCB on from above and hope that everything goes well. If I fuck it up, then, well, there goes my time. But we're doing okay. Doing good. I heard Sam has made progress. Yeah, I actually heard back from him. He has seemed to be a little bit more active lately, which is a good sign. Not to mention, I heard that the last few Jane V2Cs are probably getting fulfilled finally, so that's great. Or at least some people seem to be getting theirs, so that's good too. All right. Me gusta su tigre. A mí también. Me fascina mi tigre. I know this is extremely random, so I have my Discord window on the side, right? And I see that someone is like someone's status on Discord. It says that they're playing Ace Combat 7. Isn't that the plane, the simulation, the fighting simulation game? Like fighter simulation. That's sick. I love those games, man. I love those games. Flight sims, so cool. I wish I got DMs from Clay. From Clay Clack. Alright. Moment of truth, I guess. Alright, do my pins look straight here? Okay, so... Oh, wait. This one's a little not too straight. All right. The reverse plate mount for switches and PCBs. All right, so when I do this, I always start from the middle. I always just press the middle first because you want the middle of the PCB to, you know, make contact with your plate. I mean, with your switches, and then you go outward. So, reverse plate mount sounds like the next meta. Yeah. Oh my god, okay, hold up. Are the stabs all in? Or maybe that's why. Hold on. Something's getting stuck. Something's getting stuck. Probably a switch pin somewhere. I hate doing it like this so much. I get so much anxiety. Yeah, same. I hate it too. I hate it. Yeah. It's just because it feels like everything's bent, or like it's going to bend at least. But yeah, so it goes. It do be like that. Just have to deal with it somehow. Okay. Okay. I think we're good. These plates only work with cherry housing? Yeah, facts. I mean, that's kind of true. A lot of the Korean PCBs and plates, I feel like they are pretty much made to cherry spec and cherry spec only. Wait, am I missing something here? No, right? We should be good. Oh man, this sucks. Okay, I might actually need my gloves this time. Diego, are you able to give out prescriptions? What? No. I can't. Even if I wanted to. No, that would be illegal. Oh boy, okay. Will this go in is the question. It's not as simple as I thought it was gonna be. Because this PCB or this plate is a little bent. Oh god. Why is it so tight? What's stopping me here? What the hell is stopping me here actually? What the hell is stopping me here? I have no idea. Try to get one of the true custom clearance whenever that happens. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. The 60%, right? They were supposed to go on. I mean, he was supposed to sell those at some point. Yeah. true. Okay, that's not working. And I have no clue why. Give me. It's. Oh, God. Oh. This sucks. This sucks. I'm so sweaty right now. Not sure if it's my anxiety that's making me sweat or just the physical effort of doing this that's making me sweat. It's either or both, or probably both, but yeah. Diego, I'll buy you a drink for the extra effort. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay. Building keyboards is my passion, and so is graphic design. No, it is not. Graphic design is not my passion. The question is, I actually am wondering what the hell is tight, so tight to... Oh no, don't tell me. Don't fucking tell me that's what it is. I have a great feeling that it's the fucking pegs. The plastic pegs on this thing. Yep. They fit, but it's tight as fuck. Alright. Alright. Okay, we're doing this. We're clipping him. It's trash can time. It's trash can time. Trash can right below me with a plate here. And we snipping. Told you use a plate fork. Look, listen, man, listen. I thought it was gonna be fine. It didn't seem that bad when it was an individual switch. I think a plate fork would have actually not worked. You know? It's okay. This is a full plate build anyway, so these H1s are now destined to be plate mount only. And that's the fate they suffer today. F for these H1's little plastic legs. That's unfortunately the fate they will suffer tonight. Goodbye, plastic leggies. Just to use a real fork? Yeah, I know. Should have used the same fork I used for dinner. Damn it. Just kidding, I did not use a fork for dinner, I used chopsticks. Chopsticks actually a very good replacement for instead of using a plate fork, actually. You can use chopsticks instead of the plate fork from Feng Studio. I'll send you my spare Feng Studio fork. It's all good. I have one. I have one. It's not that I don't have it, okay? It's that I actually thought the switch the plate was too tight that even when using the plate fork it would have been pretty tight, to be quite honest with you. That's why I decided not to use the plate fork and decided to do the reverse plate thingy because like very honestly the plate was just really tight for the switches. So yep, didn't really think it was gonna work. Non-cherry spec is too tight? Yeah. Yeah, for some of these plates, non-cherry is definitely too tight. I remember when Gadron used to have an issue and a lot of people had to fix that. a long time ago. And I guess switches have changed over time. I eat pizza with chopsticks? What? Why don't you just use your hands? You know, I know this is like an extremely random thing that I'll say, but seeing these little black dots kind of makes me anxious. Like these little black pegs, like the little plastic parts here, kind of make me feel anxious. You know why? Yes! One drunk man. That's exactly right. It reminds me of little fucking bugs, and it disgusts me. Oh. Ugh. Rodent poo? Okay, well, I don't have rodents, so I don't know about rodents, but yeah. Ugh. Ew. Bugs are literally the worst. Or mouse poop? Oh, I guess that looks like sesame seeds. TRN, you have such a great outlook on life. Very positive, very bright, very wholesome. Indeed, it might just be black sesame seeds. You're right. Should have just seen it that way. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Those are some dark sesame seeds? Yeah. I mean, I love black sesame seeds. They're great. I mean, there's actually a lot of cool snacks that you can make out of like black sesame based stuff. Oh, I remember I tried this like black sesame paste based was it ramen? Damn, I actually don't remember what it was. It was so good. Oh my god. It was like a noodle dish for sure. It was black sesame paste based, and oh my god, it tasted like heaven. Black sesame mochi, yum. So good. So good. Looks like ants when you leave a piece of watermelon out like an idiot. Or when you or when you leave a what was it? What was it, Nacho? Was it a sandwich or a salad in your fucking or what was it? What you keep in the microwave, dude? That time? Oh my god. When you mentioned that, the microwave thing. SMH. Did I see one of those start moving? I mean, if you want to create nightmare fuel for yourself, be my guest. But not me, fam. Not me. Not tonight. Diego inhaled them up after you clipped the last one. Yeah, but that was in the microwave, true. But nothing prevents bugs from not getting into the microwave if there's food inside. Aside from things spoiling. Tomato salad. Oh no. Like cooked tomato already bad enough. Like they can be so pungent or like just like not a very great smell or taste sometimes. But putrid? I don't know. Ew. The onions. The onions had spikes. That's so bad. Oh my god. This guy making amethyst out of onions or something. Oh god. That is so nasty, dude. It wasn't cooked? Raw tomato and onion? Oh, I see. Also, Classy. Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid with a party of 8. Welcome. Raiders. Flies have been getting into our house somehow. Bean ninja hops and catches them. It's entertaining. Oh, that's so cute. Bean's so adorable. I love Bean. So cute. For those who don't know, Bean is Sifo's cat. The cutest. I trade her a snack for every fly. Not gonna lie, that's a great deal. I wish I got a snack for every whatever small thing I did, but I don't. Because if I did, that would be a lot of snacks. And ain't nobody got money for all that snacking. So I guess we're not doing the Sagittarius tonight. Because this shit's tiring as it is. I was debating that, I was hoping that this wouldn't take too long, which I actually thought it wouldn't at first. Didn't realize the aluminum plate would actually have this issue. At least based on my past experience with Duck Orions. But H1s are notoriously thick, that's for sure. That's a fact. And the plate spec being cherry spec doesn't really help. So here we are. Chopping little switch legs. You'll be done in like 3 hours? Not bad. I have to say 3 hours is actually not bad. 3 hours actually not bad. I mean, I think I average between 2 and 3. I think that's the usual build time, including stab content, your favorite. The stab content that you stay for, that you look forward to. Every time you see that starting soon screen, you're like, man, I wonder what today's stab content is gonna be like. I love stab content. That's right. That's the stab content you always wanted. My stab content, that is. I feel like I'm gonna get stabbed for saying stab content these many times. Monka W. Alright. The little bugs can now go away. Oh, sorry. Black sesame seeds. I'm so wasteful. Throwing all these black sesame seeds into the trash. Stab content is when we get into deep shit talk. I think stab content is when we get into deep fry talk or something like that. It's always about food anyway. The notorious thick. THICC. Alright, cool. Alright. Deal can last 2 or 3 hours? Nice. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, we do love stab content. You're not wrong. Oh, I mean, some people appreciate it, some people don't. Alright, let me double check whether these are actually straight again. Also, hey lightning shot in the dark here, but do you have a spare Duck TCV3 PCB? No, absolutely not. Spare Duck PCB is like asking for a unicorn or a needle in a haystack. Nope, certainly don't. I would normally buy a spare if I were a group by like participant, like an original group by participant, but no. I do not have a spare PCB. Because I did purchase my TCV3 in the aftermarket, so. Alright. Let's get it now. Awesome. Okay, that's nicer. Oh my god, finally, yes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It's time to commission a custom PCB for the TCV3. Well, you know, I feel like maybe if you asked McLovin nicely and gathered enough people to purchase a custom PCB for the TCV3, they might be willing to try. But they might need a loaner for that too, though. They normally need, you know, a board to actually measure things with. I mean, like the original PCB, and also just for the board fitment too. They normally do that, so yeah. Also, I'm not getting these ones. And just, yeah. Ooh. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Nice. Does it need to work? Mine is mil-maxed. I mean, I'm sure that's fine. I don't know. You need to ask. You should ask them. Don't ask me. I haven't had the experience handling that, so I'm actually not sure. You'll have to ask them directly and see what they say, what they require for it. And like, I mean, if they're even interested to begin with, I think that's the main thing. You need to also have the demand for it. Like, not just you, but other people who might be wanting to get one. So yeah. Okay. So these look pretty good, which is hooray for me and for you guys who wanted to see these work. I can now put the... Alright. I don't know what I've missed. Have you tried alloy with no relief cuts on the spacebar area? Like this one? Yes, I guess. Legit, when people don't support a high near KUD fans PCB, I legit take that into account when deciding if I should buy or not. That's fair, to be honest. Fair argument to make, although I, you know, sometimes it's fine to not support it, like as in like not to make it the same universal one. It is nice though. It is always nice to have a universally working PCB compatibility. So definitely don't discount that view. Oh, what was that? Oh. Okay. Those guys that make new PCBs for vintage boards are insane. Hey, people have been doing that for a long time. Actually, the other day I was looking at some pages, some old KBD Mania pages, I think, where QQ, the creator of the DK Saver, was reverse engineering a PCB for the G85000. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy stuff. Like, he actually got an ISO G85000 and reverse engineered it just to make it ANSI. So much work. But hey, that's dedication. It's like, I'm like, of course this is the guy who is the grandfather of Korean custom keyboards. Like a guy who like this, who has the grit and the patience to do all that. I mean, when you love a board, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Genuine love for cherry boards, I guess. Whoops. That one bent the pin. Where's the... Wait, where the hell did I put the switch puller? Oh my god, okay. I think I'm gonna just get a new switch for this one. Get a new switch here. And just get a... Which cherry boards are worth getting? Whichever one you find cool is the correct answer, yes. I don't think there's a real answer to that. I think there's just a lot out there. And yeah, like that's part of the charm of vintage. It's that you can always get, like, there really are a lot of options. And you should just grab whatever is most suitable for you. Yeah. New or old? I don't know the difference. Oh, I mean, probably old. I mean, that's the charm of vintage anyway. If you're gonna get you want something different, right? From what's currently available. I mean, look into it. Do some research. Ask around. More specifically, like just like look at photos. Do you like it even? Like, do you like it at all? I think that's a better question to ask yourself. Like, do you even like the aesthetic? Do you like the look? Are you just asking because you just wanna claim that you had it, or you wanted to give it a try? As far as you know, I mean, most of them are gonna be full size, just so you know. So if you don't want full size, then it might not be for you. Okay, I think we're good to go finally. Oh, the appeal of cherry boards is the old ones, yeah, for sure. Although some people, I've seen people mod old ones for the sake of, like, because they wanted to basically restore stuff that's even relatively new but not being used. So I can see the appeal of that as well. Yeah. Oh, it's Firewire. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, how are you? 14 folks. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, raiders. Hello from the fireside. Hello, fireside folks. How are you? You came in at the right time for me to stop my suffering, because it's been a pretty labor-intensive time today. But fortunately, we are at the checkpoint for the next stage, which is great. How goes the build? Now it's going. It was a little tiresome earlier, but now it's going fine. All right. What happened? Oh, the plate was really really tight, and yeah, so I had to just insert the switches and into the plate, but also the plastic pegs, the 5-pin pegs, were too thick, so I had to clip those out, and then finally, you know, got the PCB on, and we're about to solder, so we're finally at the next step. Okay. I don't know why. Busted out the gloves and everything. True. True. Why am I, huh. Hold on. Okay, well. Alright, I'm gonna solder. What's going on? Hold on, my chat froze. So give me a sec. Not my chat, my OBS thing. Like, huh. All right. Did your fume extractor come with like a handle thing on top? No. No, not really. Why? I certainly didn't see anything like that, no. Not the same. Mine is a 493 and you have the 486. Oh, I see. Those are the model numbers? Yeah, probably. Probably the model numbers, as you say. Alright. So I guess not too much happening, but other than one drunk man saying the word again. Good night, one drunk man. Have a good one. Check out Lightning Keyboards as sponsors. We have a lot of them. If you haven't checked out Canada Keys' new nice PVT sets, I believe they're coming out. The newest, they have been newest editions like Fuji and Noel, and there's like a new retro looking set as well. And I believe they will also be adding Retro Mizu soon, which might be for you, might not be for you. I understand whichever your opinion is of it. But Canada Keys also has switches, a variety of them, lubricant. They also sell the Brutalist keyboard series, which is an in-stock series of boards, all the way from 60% all the way up to full size, or 1800 layout rather. Normally in stock and regularly in stock. They also sell the Bakunek of 60 and 65, and they often host group buys for keycap sets. We'll also go to bed. Oh, sounds good, Nacho. Take it easy, dude. And of course, next check out cbbplanet.com. If you are currently looking to have a custom plate made, if you have the plate file available to you, you can have plates made out of virtually most known materials that people commonly use for keyboards. You can get a discount if you use my affiliate link. And CAB also stocks sometimes keycaps, accessories like the small Bongo Cat screw trays, some of which I actually do have over here. So if you like these screw trays, you can get those at cabplanet.com for, I believe, $30 each, if I recall, plus shipping. And then CAB also stocks McLovin PCBs. She is the official proxy for North America for McLovin PCBs. CAB also offers accessories for your coffee machines if you're into coffee, because they are also into coffee, and sometimes they make accessories for that. Yeah, and there's also other things like cables and so on. But yes, that's CB Planet. Yeah, McLovin PCBs are great. They're QMK and VIA compatible, and I haven't really had any issues with them, so yeah, I can't really say anything bad about them at all. Yeah. Alright, next up is Kinetic Labs. Check out kineticlabs.store/lightning if you want to support the channel. There's desk pads and a lot of accessories, switches. There's exclusive lubricant, like the Carbon GS1 and GS2 line of lubricants. You can also find collaborations with other creators in the community. We've seen collaborations with Batseed. We've seen collaborations with Apiary, Alex Otos, Yura, Tiny Makes Things, and a bunch of other folks. Anyhow, oh, Apiary, hi, how are you? Hi, you're up late. Or actually, you're on Twitch a little late. How's it going? I know I need to reply to your DMs. I see a big ass red number to reply to, but yeah, I'll get to it later. No rush? Okay. Writing scripts? Oh my gosh. For what? For videos? For reels? Or yeah. Oh. I'm not a fan. I'm not too creative with words, I think. So I think scripts might be a little tough for me. Working with the Magna series? Oh. Wait, with whom? A magazine? Like a journal? Oh, that's pretty pog. Says no leaks in a public chat. Okay, guys, no leaks. That's very pog. That's awesome. Shit. On this whole series though, I mean, well, I can imagine if it's a series and it's like a public, you know, relatively public facing, and magazines obviously gonna be like, oh, like introduce me to custom mechanical keyboards, and what's a keyboard, what's a switch, what do I do with a switch, why do people talk about lubing all the time, how does lubing make my life better in more ways than one, and so on and so forth. Yeah. It is stressful. What color silver is it? What are holy pandas? Where can I get a gray fiel with holy pandas on a brass plate with a Shishi on escape and GMK Oblivion? And why is it not called holy T-word Urs? More importantly, how's the build going? It's been painful. My hands hurt a little. I'm using H1s, which have notoriously thicker legs and the plate was a little tight, and then the PCB was a little tight, so I had to deal with those two things. That took like a few hours. So finally soldering, which is awesome. Telling people to buy shit from sponsors because that's Pog. Just kidding. You guys definitely should though if you want. And yeah, so here we are, late at night. Thought I would be relaxing for a bit, but I'm exerting myself physically more than I hoped for. So here we are on a weeknight. This one, it's a little push here. So does this. Yes, don't forget to use code BOLT if you're purchasing from novelkeys.com for any in-stock items, including GMK sets now, because I remember that one time they were doing some extra sale and apparently the in-stock sale code didn't work, and I thought, oh, maybe GMK extras don't count for the code, but apparently they do. So if you're purchasing any in-stock sets from Novel Keys, you can use the promo code BOLT for it. And of course it applies to anything else like Gatoron whenever they restock more of them, and switches, and the spats, and so on. You know, the usual. But yes, for other sponsors, don't forget to check out GMK Indigo on Space Cables, spaceholdings.net, and Salvin. Salvin, of course, your favorite EU vendor if you need Durock stabs, some switches that he may have. Apparel, Salvin apparel is like one of the comfiest I've had, to be honest. Socks are great, although it's not that cold anymore. You can also get Crytox products and Wilbotech PCBs. Oh yeah, speaking of Wilbotech PCBs, we should start seeing more of them as new ones start coming in. And hopefully once the Salvation starts going out and that gets fully produced, you'll definitely be seeing a lot of Wilbotech PCBs available through Salvin. So I have no idea why, but my OBS froze and I can't see anything. So I'm gonna use my mobile app to look at chat for a second, but I don't know why I can't see anything. Okay, well, alright. Alright, I think the soldering is all done. Okay. Which Sal installed his PCB through some US vendors. So yeah, so Novel Keys would normally stock like the Weird Flex PCBs and, you know, hopefully more. But I think the PCB, I mean the chip shortage is really what's bottlenecking everything. So it's like much harder to distribute everything, you know. With that type of a plate, you can be sure they're not crooked. I guess that is true. Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that they're actually all the way in though, you know what I mean? That they're actually like flush against the PCB, because it is pretty tight. Like I might push this one a little bit more. Yeah. But I think it looks fine so far. Like I see them all pushed into the same extent, which is what we want. But I'm gonna double check anyway. Yeah, so I don't know why, but my OBS screen froze, so I can't see chat update other than through a window here that fortunately I have Chatterino on. and then my phone. I kind of feel like I should restart stream, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do anything else. But I'm going to wait until I assemble the board maybe, and then I can be right back and come back in a sec. I can't get a PCB to save my life. Yeah, chip shortage is bad, and it's not gonna, I mean, the current conflict and whatnot, it's not gonna make anything better either, I think. So it hasn't worsened anything. No, that's a lie. It has worsened things already, but it's definitely not gonna make anything better. So yeah. Do we want to do LEDs first? Actually, well, actually, I'm gonna test it first. So let's test it first. All right, that's working. Oh, great! I can't. Fuck. Okay, I can't even test it because right now my OBS is frozen. I can't even, or like this thing is frozen. So okay, guys, I'm gonna force restart this thing. So I'll be right back. I can currently only read chat, so I actually don't know what's happening. I mean, you can probably see my hand over here, but I'm gonna force restart this thing, like the stream. So I'll be right back. Yeah, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. It's probably gonna get interrupted, and yeah. Alright, I think we're back, right? Yes, I believe we are. We are indeed back. Alright, great. So, where was I? Oh yes, I was going to test this PCB and move forward from here. So let's do just that. Okay. Alright, great. PCB works. So you can take that out, and then let's do the LEDs. Where did I put those? Put those aside for a sec. Oh, here they are. Alright. So we're gonna do LEDs for the indicators and the layers. So just need to know the orientation for this. There is the orientation for that part. And then I think this one should be like this too. Alright, great. So LEDs, put those all in. Okay. So LEDs are in, and oh, that one fell off, but I think the rest are fine. So what I do is normally just get one leg secured in for each. Just any leg is fine. And then we're gonna melt the solder for each of those in just a bit, and that's gonna help us adjust the height of the LED. Yeah, okay. So one of them fell here, but I guess I'll do this last, I guess. Alright, so what I normally do is I grab the LED from one side while I'm holding it here, and then I will melt one leg here as I push, and then push it to the height I want. I probably don't want it any taller than the switches themselves, than the plate or the switches themselves. So that's probably where you want to put it for the most part. And you do the same for the other ones. I just want to grab this one a little bit here. Okay, so that's that, and then this side as well. Last one here. I probably want to wipe this off. Maybe just get a teeny bit of solder. A nice old duck, yeah. Good old duck. Giving me some trouble today, but I mean not trouble, but more like slight annoyances. But other than that, we're doing all right. Okay. Okay. LED's done that side. And then here, I'm just gonna adjust the height a little bit and actually put in this last one that fell off just earlier. that. And then adjust the height again. Whoops, went in a little bit too far. Okay. All right. LEDs, let's test them out before we chop the legs. Okay, so that comes on too. So that's the layer indicator, scroll lock, caps lock, and then that one should be num lock. And then I don't think I have a function key programmed yet, but the function key should trigger the other LEDs as well. So that's good. And let's chop off the LED legs. Okay. So actually one thing I do like these screw trays for sometimes is that they're kind of useful in getting all your LED legs like that super easily. All right. Phew. Finally. Let's see if that's too tall still. I think the LEDs are still ever so slightly too tall, so I'm just gonna push them down a little bit. Just these ones here are just a teeny bit tall. let's just double check that they're working. Okay, that's good. Okay, looks good. So now we are ready to put this together. So let's organize a bit. Phew, today's stream has been longer than I hoped. Than I expected, rather. Because of all the little things. Let's grab a screwdriver. Alright. Hey, Zeth, hello. How's it going? I'm only who I am, hello. Was surprised that you're still streaming. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a longer stream because of just like troubleshooting, I guess. Excuse me. Not really troubleshooting, but so much more like a few more tedious aspects of the build. But I mean, all in all, nothing serious. Yeah, all right, let's see. Nice. Cool, that looks good. All right. And now let's get those indicators on. I mean, diffusers, my bad. So, diffusers here, they have a little plastic thing, which sometimes is kind of irritating because they like diffuse the light weirdly, so I'm just gonna remove them. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this one has a specific orientation where it goes right here. The microcontroller shows there, and then for the bottom part, what I like doing is I just line up the screw hole to the corner like this, but the key part is that it doesn't fall off from the ledge, so it's a little bit tricky sometimes. That's good. And then when you screw it all together, it'll like line up on its own. Okay. And then I just grab the top, the bottom piece rather, And then I just carefully put it on top. And then make sure that they line up. It hasn't quite on here. Hold them with my hands here. Alright, I think that will work better. Okay, there it is. Alright. So now put some of the screws in. So there are shorter ones for the corners. I think having a good chair and posture helps. Yeah, so I used to also feel like maybe steeper angle boards were not good for me because of the ergonomics, but honestly, the thing that did fix my typing with respect to steeper keyboards was actually using a chair with like armrests, like elbow rests. Where I can just rest my elbow and a bit of my forearm, so my wrists are floating. So like you see how the elbow rest is actually my elbow rests are actually facing this way, so I can just rest a little bit of my forearm and my elbow, and so my wrists are always floating, so the typing angle doesn't bother me at all, regardless of whichever board it is. That's kind of how I do it, but I know that for some people it kind of varies because like maybe you have wider shoulders, yeah, or like your chair is not as comfortable to have that kind of positioning, so it might not work out, but it all depends on like, yeah, like on you and your kind of fitment with your chair and your desk. Like it helps obviously to have an adjustable height for your chair and your desk. Yeah, the more control you have over things, the better. But if you can't have control over all the things, at least having a good chair helps a ton, even if your desk height is fixed. But yeah, when I was first like setting up my desk, I was like, I don't think I can do this. I can manage to actually like have my feet touch the floor at the same time as having like proper posture without having like all these pieces like to be like height adjustable. So but yeah, as long as you don't have your wrist touching the desk like this. Like doing this is what makes it really difficult, and people use wrist rest for that, but even that is actually not good for you, for your posture, for the ergonomics of typing. So yeah, all right, so I don't think we've decided what key set. Obviously, like I think beige always goes excellent on things that are silver, but I'm absolutely okay going with anything else. So let me actually see what I can put on. Deadbeats? Oh, that's not a bad idea. Something old? I mean, I do have like die subs. Like I have OG die subs, and I could put like, you know, like I have like ISO die subs, and I could like put like, you know, missing keys to put like the shift and the pipe, I think, and the enter, for example. But yeah, that could work. Space Cadet, we did Space Cadet last time actually, or whenever we did the Austin, so I think I'm gonna actually skip on Space Cadet this time. Moto Light, oh yeah, I might have a set of Moto Light around, but it's for like a client. Anything OG is nice. Jamon also could work, yeah. You guys like Jamon on silver? I'm not a big fan of that because like the Jamon is such a strong color, but that could work too actually. Perestroika I don't have. Perestroika I do not have. Let's see, I have Carbon, round 1. I have Triumph Adler. I have Beige, like Beige sets I have from CRP all the way to OG Dice Ups or Double Shots kind of stuff. I have TA Royal Alpha with the green mods. Cyan. Jamon. Mizu. Pono. Copper. I hear a lot of Jamon actually. Alright, we can do either beige. Okay, let's do a poll between beige and Jamon. It looks like it's kind of split there. Alright, let's do between those two. I'll give you guys a minute. Like, okay, like let's just do it quick. So basically, neutral or not? Wait, so I guess just key set. Jamon, beige. I'll probably lean. Let's do like OG Dice Ups with like OG Cherry. Let's just say OG Cherry. All right. I don't have Darling, so I can't even do Darling even if I wanted to. All right, I'll let you guys pick that. Okay. I'll let you guys pick. I'm always losing. Beige is unbeatable. I think on silver people will tend to go with beige a lot. So, oh, okay. Well, someone basically used points to redeem Jamon in the middle of a poll, which I guess if I said I count for 5 votes, it basically wins. So Jamon it is. All right, let's try going for something colorful tonight. It's like all right then. Jamon on silver is it's a combo I don't see too often, but we'll see how it goes. Because the red is a little bit has an undertone to it that's not just pure red. Alright. Actually, do we use these Pata Negra novelties? I have some of those too. Pay to win? I mean, hey, look. You get points if you are a loyal viewer and subscriber to Lightning Keyboards. Actually, you don't even have to subscribe to get channel points, right? So if you get a lot of channel points, right, you can do these things. What the hell is this song? No hander bite. Too late now. That's too late. Caps are already going on. I'm gonna veto that. I'll get your points back to you, so it's not unfair. Oh, actually, you know what? Jamon kind of looks nice. I kind of like it. Not gonna lie, I kind of like it. I actually kind of like it. I actually didn't think I would like it that much, but I do. It's very vivid, though. So if you don't like vivid colors on neutral like this, like the very, very stark contrast, it's definitely not for you. But it is nice. I'll wait for... Oh yeah, do we want accents on this? Pata Negra. Perestroika would look better. I don't have perestroika. Even if you wanted it, even if I wanted it, I don't have it. So no perestroika. Don't own the set. Can't do anything about it. Beige is best. Beige is best for sure, no doubt. Beige, WAP, and Dolge, the holy trinity. Can't go wrong with those anytime, every time. Can't you just materialize it from thin air? Perestroika, let's go. Sorry, it was cut off by the Russian conflict. My thin air materialization got cut off short. Sorry, got hacked by the Russians. My bad. Didn't pan out. Okay, do I use some novelties here? Let's see. Wait, this one doesn't have 1U novelties, huh? Okay, do I like bacon, or do I like piggy, or do I like this ham? Okay, guys. Bacon. Pig. Ham? Where'd you get that tray? Oh, this is the old GMK tray. Wow, it's literally split in 3. Okay. Alright, in the meantime, I'll do arrow keys and the rest. I guess we'll roll with the red. Actually, I think I kind of like the red. I like the red on this right now. Pig. All right, piggy. Pig and pig. I like the symmetry of it, so we're gonna keep that. Okay, do I want this wide-ish enter? Or do I want this red one? Red. I think red is the way to go. The more I look at it, the red just kind of completes it. All red. And I'll put these keys just in case I don't have red artisans around with me right now. I mean, I do, but I just don't know if I have enough here. Let's see. It's time for resin. Alright, let's check it out. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, perfect. Okay, that's gonna go there for sure. And then, oh, the rest are not very compatible with each other. So, at least, yeah, I don't like it. It's like all 3 black. The Cosmo. Yeah, the thing is, do we want to count? How do I do this? Do I put like black here to kind of contrast it? Like black, like blackish, dark gray, black, whatever it is. And go with the regular caps? Yeah, I think so. I thought so too. I thought so too. Can I take this off with my hand? Yes. I thought so too. But the Buman, oh, it's very pocket. All right. Please don't talk to me like I made a mistake, because I'm not the only one. if you had Crimson Dusk Bro Cap set, I actually do have Crimson Dusk Bro Cap stuff. There was the stump was right there, and I do have the I think I have the Reaper and the bot too actually. I made a mistake. Okay, fine, fair enough. I made a mistake apparently. My life is a mistake, ruined forever. Should rewind and redo it all again. That's too bad that my cable kind of shows a little bit of this heat shrink, but it is what it is. Alright. Do you go stop renting and sell your Artisans to buy that home? In New York? Forget it. Nope. Alright, let's... Oh, whoops. Okay, let's do this. Alright. Sick. Okay, nice. Alright. Where's the music? I can stop the music now. And we can start typing on this. Let's check it out. New York City, never mind. Yeah, not gonna happen in New York City, so. You have any DMG and DM? What's DMG? Is that crypto? I do not know if it is crypto. Just live under a bridge and hoard Artisans? Let's go. You know, there are many bridges in New York, so many possible homes. You feel? Anyway. New York City is wild. Only Starbucks and Chase can afford rent. Oh, Melanke's Artisans. Oh, I see. I don't then. Alright. Let's give this a shot, shall we? Let me just double check here. Okay, yeah, cool. I think audio's fine. Get those points, and let's put this to the test. Yeah, Starbucks is yucky. There's a lot of other shops that are pretty nice, to be honest with you. Okay, so today we have a Duck Orion V3. It's been a very long stream tonight. Duck Orion V3. We have H1's Lube with 205 on an aluminum plate, pretty tight aluminum plate on this Duck Orion V3, and yeah, no foam, none of that stuff, nothing to fill the case, nothing like that. If you're curious, I have 3 desk pads right now, so there's that, and yeah, I'll put the mic and we'll start. All right, here we go. That sounds nice. Whoa, I actually did not expect that. That actually sounds pretty nice. I remember the Duck Orion V2.5 that we built with GAT lines also sounded pretty good, but this is really nice too. The H1s? H1s on the alu plate? Top mounted? Yes, indeed, top mount, because that's what flex test? Not really, not much flex. It's just top mount, so pretty stiff, if you will. There's not much flex really. Pretty standard top mount. Has I think 10 mounting points, 5 on the top, 5 at the bottom. They're evenly spaced. So yeah, nothing crazy. So let's listen to the mods for a sec. All right, here are the mods, and the rest of the keys I'll do. Ooh, I really like the backspace. I really like how this backspace sounds. That's a backspace I would enjoy pressing on. Pretty good. Pretty good. This is really nice. This sounds really good. I actually really like how this sounds. There's no hollowness or anything that kind of bothers me or anything like that. You would think you would have a little issue with that because the case is so big, right? But maybe the brass weight on the inside, because we, remember I had this big internal brass weight. Maybe that helps with a lot of that. Add to the dense bottom, right? But yeah, no, this sounds really good. This sounds really good. Stabs came out nicely, which is a relief. I thought that the stabs might get screwed up in the whole process of chopping legs from the switches and the whole plate being tight. I was a little scared that the stabs were gonna sound like dog shit, to be honest, but I'm glad they're okay. So yes, the switch PCB legs died for this honorably. So I'm glad. Let's see. Yeah. How heavy does 78 gram feel for you? Oh, I probably would not. I would not type on this every day for like a whole week or something like that, because that would tire me out probably. Like for the amount of typing I do, it would tire me out. To use 78 gram, but 78 gram is nice because the return is like nice and heavy. Like you can definitely feel the return much more prominently, which is a nice thing about heavier switches. Actually kind of heavier switches actually kind of have the advantage of not showing as much of like the scratchiness that a switch might have, because the return is heavier and it just kind of glides past whatever imperfections your switch might have. So that's actually a benefit of heavier switches. But at the same time, my limit is in the 67, 68 for normal use. So I tend to stick between 60 and 65, and then 67, 68 is okay. And then I've tried 72 for like a long time, and it was okay, but I would still get tired after like, a whole week of work on the same board or something like that. So 78 for me would probably not be what I would want myself. But yeah, this sounds amazing. This sounds great. Always, I think duck boards underrated. They just sound nice. They just work. They're pretty simple. The RGB looks awesome. I personally love the RGB, but I know some people are just not huge on it, and I know that the typing angle thing is obviously like it catches people, and so like people don't like that. But personally, I don't mind typing angle, so this is pretty nice, at least for me. Aether sounds good. Have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll do one more test, and it is late, so I'm gonna do one more test. Maybe I'll just show you guys what the Sagittarius looks like. I did say when I was announcing stream that I was gonna show it. I was hoping to build it, but there's not enough time. I do need to go to bed soon and get up for work and whatnot. So yeah, so we'll probably call it after that. So let me try it one more time, and yeah. Ooh, 132, not bad. Even though I make quite a few mistakes. But the backspace, love hitting it. It sounds so good. Anyway, so that's what the board is like. So let's just show it off up close. Maybe I'll just turn on. Wait, oh. My bad, the caps lock isn't on here. But let's see. Put that on. And yeah, let's just show it off. And I'll show you guys the Sagittarius for a second. And we'll probably call it a night after that. Sounds good? Alright, so here's what the board looks like up close. You can see there's some RGB on the sides. It's hard to tell here. Maybe it's because the black base kind of does absorb a little bit of the light. But yeah, look at that. Gorgeous. But yeah, the side angle, very prominent, right? Like obviously this is a very steep keyboard. It is like 11 degree. The RGB is pretty tasteful, I do agree. I mean, I understand that some people might be ticked off that, oh, that like looks like a dot here and a dot here is not even enough, but as good as it gets, I guess. I mean, the diffuser could be a little better, but it's not like as huge of a deal. There's the back. I'm gonna just remove this just so I don't damage the cable by accident. But yeah, there's the back of the case. Come on. All right, focus, focus. Well, you see the back. I know the bottom right now is a little bit dirty, but that's because my hands get a little sweaty and got a little sweaty during the build. It's a lot of pushing and pulling and whatever. But there's the bottom of the case. You can actually attach like an optional friction fit piece here if you want it. It's optional. Some people have done it with like wood, like wooden friction fit pieces here, and it looks really cool against the black tone of the case. But yeah, some dust here. And here you have the side, again, side profile. Here we have row 4 for the bottom row. Then there's the front, where we also have another diffuser. And you can always program the board to do whatever for the RGB and the lighting. But yeah, WinKey bottom row too, WinKey and 7U. Looks very nice and symmetric, so it's pretty nice. Just as good as WinKey, in my opinion. But blockers do look nice here. But 7U and WinKey is also super nice. All right. So that's all we have for this. That Enya key is my favorite key of all time. Enya is definitely great. I'm excited to make a comeback in R2. Yeah, I'm excited for Jamon to see a comeback. I mean, a lot of people have been asking for it, right? All right. So I wanted to show this. I unfortunately will not be able to stream this for a couple of reasons, but the main reason was that it's supposed to be an off-stream build. I asked for permission to show it on stream for the whoever owns this board. But this is Sagittarius by Gondolindrium and Upas from Keys. They kind of co-designed this board. It's not built yet, actually. It's in the process of being built. But just wanted to show you guys. It had some stabies. I still haven't put the gaskets or anything on. This is going to be built with some Gateron minis. I'll probably record like a typing sound video or something later on once it's built. But yeah, that'll be like later. Yeah, so just wanted to show you guys though. Here is, I just lubed the stabs already. But this is a Sagittarius. This is a Sagittarius PCB. It looks pretty cool. The cool thing about this is that if you plug this in with the daughter board, which I think I have here, if you plug this in with a daughter board, the cool thing is that this actually lights up. It has the constellation, right? And it lights up, and you can actually see it through the plate too, which is really cool. So like if I plug this in, right? This should turn on and light up. So like you can actually see that through the plate as well. LED slots are LED slots. These are for the layer. For probably numcap scroll. My assumption, or it could be layer indicators. I'm actually not entirely sure yet if they're layer or numcap scroll indicators, but pretty nice. But yeah, no, this is a beautiful touch in my opinion. I think it's probably one of the cooler things about the case. But yeah, this PCB was made by Mr. Gondolindrium, Brazilian PCB designer and Mr. PhD in electrical engineering. Very smart person, and incredibly nice person. Really one of the kindest people I've met. Very knowledgeable. Alright, so there is our PCB. It supports encoders. I believe it was supposed to initially support 4 encoders at once, but you actually can only use 1 because of the implementation it's done in QMK. You can't technically do multiple. Otherwise, I believe you have to use like a different implementation. So yeah. But here's the case. This is the Sagittarius. So this is the Sagittarius case. This one came in black and red bottom with this long brass weight with a curve. And there's our Sagittarius constellation. I believe there are these micro dot holes for the LEDs to actually shine through, so you can actually see the LEDs shine through the case from the constellation part. And the back has Sagittarius. So yeah, super nice, very curvy. I actually don't know how this would feel typing wise. I think yeah, I kind of feel like typing wise it's like similar to the Alice, but the problem, I think for me at least, is that my hands are not that big. And I feel like this curve might be a little harsh. But I don't know. I would have to try it to know. It's a more curved sort of ergonomic profile. So yeah, I don't know how typing on this will feel like, but it is a very nice case. But anyway, yeah. So I'm building this like off stream basically, and just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. For now, I will, build it and take pictures or something of it later on. What kind of mounting style? Yes, it uses gasket strips. So there's some gaskets over here that you can that I'll be pasting on the case as well. But yeah. I didn't see the plate. Oh yeah, it's an FR4 plate. Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't do every single thing on stream these days, just limited time. So unfortunately, I'll have to build this off stream as requested. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like for now. I do have an announcement to make. I bought a house. No, just kidding. The announcement is that the next stream is gonna be probably a very special stream, in the sense that Mr. Arslock from Carolina Mech is sending out a special palmetto. The palmetto is a 60%, and it will have the let me actually show you the page. Let me see. But the palmetto is basically a unicorn style kind of 60% tray. It has it's like slightly more curved, and has like very cool machining on it. But basically, the special case has the coat of arms from Ukraine, and this will be put into a charity auction during the stream, after the stream, and basically I will be building it. It's a great honor, and yeah, let me actually show you the case here. Okay, so here's Carolina Mech on Instagram, and this is what the board looks like. Carolina Mech palmetto has the Ukrainian coat of arms engraving. There's a 1 of 1. It's in blue, and yeah, so this will be auctioned on eBay most likely, and so whoever wins this will get this, a built palmetto that we'll be sending out. But yeah, I'll get to build this next stream. So pretty honored to do this, and I'm glad that it's going to a good cause. So yeah, hopefully you guys can just come by and hang out. It doesn't matter if you're not here to bid or whatever, but just come by and hang out for the build stream. Hopefully raise awareness if you know any folks who would like to support the cause, and more importantly, if they want a keyboard that's 1 of 1 and has like a special meaning to them, perhaps this is an opportunity for anybody. Yeah. So yeah, so that's gonna be next stream most likely, the palmetto from Carolina Mech and Van Dusen Manufacturing. And yeah, so I think that's all I got for tonight. I can check if we can raid anybody tonight. Let's see. But again, thank you so much everybody for stopping by tonight. I know that today's stream was kind of long and tedious and a lot happened. But thank you to all of you who came by through a raid, through through seeing the notification, or just stopping around on Twitch. But let's see. I actually don't see any keyboard people right now because it is a weekday. So I actually don't see. Oh, I see Triggity. I'm actually not sure who they are, but apparently they are doing a co-stream chat with Kerbal, Gioran, Frank, Project, and Epsi. That's kind of cool. They're doing some co-stream chat. I see Yin Keeps doing a Q1. Forest Keys sculpting, I guess, on 3D modeling. And Kerbal is also... Oh, Kerbal is doing that co-stream as well. So we can also raid them as well. It's only been less than an hour. I mean, well, and plus like the 2 or 3 hours that were before that. All right, I think we're just gonna go raid. Let's go raid. Let's go raid Triggity. Let's go raid Triggity and say hi. Hopefully we can surprise them with a raid and say hello. Meowgo raid, mining raid. Hope you guys are having a beautiful night and a great co-stream. Love the keyboard community. Meowgo heart. Okay. Alright, friends. Thanks again for stopping by. I'll see you guys next time on the Palmetto build, which if lucky it will happen this Thursday, and if it doesn't happen this Thursday, I might be busy this weekend, and so I'll probably catch you guys early next week, if not this Thursday. Okay? Alright, friends, take it easy, and oh, I'll DM you on Discord. I have one more question for you. Sounds good. Yeah, have a good night, everybody. And if it's daytime for you, have a good day and have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, let's go. See ya.